What's going on? It's your boy Big MBKJ, and I don't even gotta say too much because we're gonna get right into it. Alright, so boom. We watching this video. It's called, 4 ways to effectively promote your songs as an artist and working with marketing companies, dude. That's what he's trying to compare it to. We're gonna see what he's talking about. I be promoting artists too, and I would love to see how we compare, how we do things. This is by, I don't even know how you say that, Lyriplex. If I did that right, I snap. But yeah, we're gonna get right into it.
People think that marketing is just about getting a product out there, getting a product out in front of as many people as possible. But the truth is, marketing is 80% research and 20% getting it out there. That's because you need to get your product out in front of the right people for it to be effective. And that's the same for your music. If you're putting time and effort into promoting your music but not getting it in front of the right people, then it's all been a waste. So to promote your music, you need to know exactly where your audience is discovering new music. So say you're a hip hop artist, you need to figure out where all of the people who are discovering new hip hop tracks are listening to music. And to do this, you can't do it for...
So, one thing I don't like off the bat, hip hop is a very broad genre. I wouldn't say it's kind of like rock, or not even rock. Rock has like punk rock, boom rock, all different types of rock. So rap kind of works the same way, because you got mumble rap, you got lyrical rap, you got fast rap, you got so many underground cultures of rap that people love and diehard fans of. So you kind of also keep in the back of mind your niche as an artist really matters of like what type of rap that you do.
Fully on research. There's a little bit of research as well as making assumptions based on the knowledge of your genre, and musicians tend to know their genre pretty well. So I'd start by doing a little bit of research and figuring out the demographic of your audience for your genre, and then find out what those demographics do to discover new music. We've actually created a blog post based on stats of where people discover new music, and I'll link that down in the description. But this is more of an exercise to be able to help you focus your marketing strategy and get your music in the right places. So what you're going to do is figure out what your genre is. So say it's hip hop, and you're going to make assumptions and also do your research to narrow down what those demographics are. So for hip hop, most of the listeners are between 15 years old and 25 years old. That's where it's primarily weighted. And there's a huge hip hop audience in America. And
I feel like he's going to talk in a very broad range of just hip hop and what you would guess your average listener if you didn't go into any specific like specialty of like hip hop.
I think it's slightly weighted towards males. So what are you going to do to have an effective strategy and make sure that you get your music in?
Okay, I can see somebody saying, I know girls that love hip hop, listen to Lil Baby, Da Baby, and all these rappers like that. So you be kind of like skeptical. You got to keep in mind too, like depending on the type of artist that you are. So say if you're an artist like Tory Lanez is a hip hop artist, but he focused more music around girls. So yeah, like an artist like Tory Lanez, he would definitely be somebody that you would consider a female audience based artist.
In the right places is to create one single imaginary person that you are trying to get to discover your music, and this will help you stay focused. So what we're going to do is create someone who say is 20 years old, he lives in America, and he is male, and let's just call him Elliot to make it easier. So
Yeah, I see Elliot Drip. I saw it drift out.
Elliot is our target. He is the person that we are trying to discover music, and we think he represents.
Okay. I would say just to have in the back of your mind, don't think of like a specific age or city. Think of it as like ranging. So like say if you're a southern based artist, you would probably say, okay, average listener 18 to 29, because I feel like people up in their 30s really be listening to music. But just to be on like the broad specific range, I would say 18 to 29. You would do all the South states, and then male and female, depending on like if you're doing heavy in the street music, boom boom boom, I feel like you should do male. If you make it of love songs and all that stuff like that, do females. You can also do both. So like don't feel like you gotta pick and choose with that aspect, because when you run these on like Facebook ads or Instagram ads, they're gonna ask you all these details, and like you can make it range for your ads and everything, how you'll like pay for advertisement.
The average of all hip hop listeners. The next thing you're going to do is create a plan for Elliot of what he does day to day. Figure out his routines and where music fits into his day. So let's run through an average day for Elliot. So from getting up in the morning, he either is going to get up and he's a motivated person, he's going to head.
Okay. You don't have to go through somebody's whole day-to-day way how they find music. Oh, do they walk down this street and maybe we should put a billboard on? Like, no, it's not like that. So what you would typically do, keep in mind everything is online. So you should think about the point of when they hit online. Do they get online mostly during 4 p.m., 6 p.m.? And like, I know with Instagram, your analytics, and YouTube too, it'll tell you like your most popular watch time and stuff. So you know, okay, these are the best times when people are hopping on their phone, looking at videos and stuff. This is the like premier time to market. And you will think about the places that you'll typically see people. So like I know for a big thing, there's like mad subgroups and like Reddit that they have a special like niche of like a market, and you can promote your music in there. And I'll say too, like if you find a group or a Facebook group, anything that has like your niche, get involved in that community. You'll get way more feedback and way more play and love back if you're interacting, not just trying to sell yourself in there. But I feel like this is where he's about to go like, oh yeah, do they brush their teeth? Do they wash their car? Then they listen to the radio, huh? And like, it's not bad advice. Like, I get what he's trying to do. He's kind of trying to just get you in the mindset of it. But I would say this is more realistically what it looks like.
Straight to the gym. Or he's probably just going to be late for work like every 20-year-old in America and just jump in the shower, get ready, and go to work.
That's crazy because I'm 20 and he really slaughtered. Like, if you old heads, I swear.
So, let's take the gym example. What do most people do in the gym? They put headphones on and they start listening to music while they work out. So,
what'd I say? I didn't watch this video either.
He's going to look for a playlist on Spotify probably, and look for workout playlists, gym playlists, running playlists, fitness playlists. Those are the keywords that he'll be putting in to Spotify to discover.
Okay, I'm gonna talk about playlists real quick. My opinion on playlists, because some people swear and live and die by it. And don't get me wrong, there's advantages in certain parts of your career, but starting out, I feel like it's pointless. He's gonna say, yo, because if you think about it too, it's like, yo, that makes sense. Somebody would wanna. There's somebody out there, they're just trying to look around the music. Think about how big playlists are. If you got 80 songs on a playlist and you're working out for what, an hour, you're not hitting all them songs. Say you don't want to listen to that playlist the whole time, and who's picking a new playlist every day? When's the last time you was on a playlist just going through a playlist? And maybe you're one of those type of people, but like I feel like the general public doesn't just go playlist hopping, and then it goes up to ranks of like what's the most popular playlist, how do you know a playlist is good, what's the retention rate and all that, like who's really adding the songs back, and it was like, word.
Discover new music and just figure out what he wants to listen to and start his workout. So already that's what you need to do. Get your music onto Spotify playlists, because we've identified a niche of people who are going to like your music. Of course, this only works if your hip hop track is motivational. If it's more chilled out, then it's probably not going to work. So if your music is motivational,
now he's just saying like, yo, it's niche, like put it somewhere that makes sense. Like, it's not bad advice, but I feel like these are outdated methods. What year is this actually? 2019. I mean, people are still trying to do these same techniques, don't get me wrong. Like, playlisting is still like a relevant thing.
You need to get your music on those playlists. So put in all of the keywords and find the playlist that people are likely going to be listening to while they work out and it matches your genre. And I'll link below our Spotify playlist picture.
Shameless plug. Oh my God.
It might follow influencers on Instagram in the fitness niche. So people who are fitness gurus will be looking for music to listen to at the gym. So you could DM all of the fitness gurus.
DM 100 verified or just high profile people and tell me how that goes. It does not work like that. It's just to DM somebody like, yo, I make music, boom. You know how many people a day are trying to hit up big influence about anything? They're not checking DMs, emails. They check those, but unless like you format your email correctly and everything, they're not biting on. And you shouldn't be hitting up their personal email. You should be that was crazy. You should be hitting up their manager, because their manager is going to be the one that makes sure something happens. I feel like you should always treat it like a service. You should pay somebody for that. If you feel like they really could uplift your career, you're willing to pay for that and negotiate and do all that stuff too. And another thing too, like blogs do work. Do not get me wrong. But if you're only going to post it one time on there and pay them, it's no point. You need to have that blog, especially if it's a blog that constantly posts like random like feeds and all that stuff like that of different artists. You're going to get like lost, and I got a teacher that I would say lost in the sauce. You need to have, I'm mad that threw me off, lost in the sauce. You need to have like a consistent posting with these blogs. Like, I would say get like 3-4 posts a month. Get like on a monthly plan with them. You give them the content that you do and switch it up, make it different. Because if people start recognizing you on that blog and they expect to see you, they're going to tap in with you and they're like, okay, this is a credible person, especially if it's a credible blog. So get into that habit.
And influencers telling them that your music is perfect for weightlifting because of the beat of the music. You really need to sell them on it. And if they like it, they might share it to their tens of thousands of followers on Instagram and put it on their story, and people will click through. Now you see how this is all starting to fit together in the process of doing.
He's like, you see it? You see it?
So say Elliot does.
And don't get me wrong, this is very good entry level, step one of how to market your music. Like, this was the first video you picked on. This is a very good video, do not get me wrong. But like, for the people that are like been rapping for a year and they've heard a couple ideas here and there, I'm gonna tell you like what it really looks like, what's the reality of it, and what's going on for real, for real.
He doesn't go to the gym in the morning, he goes in the shower, and you've got more chilled hip-hop vibes, then you can go for the more chilled hip-hop playlist on Spotify. And he's going to listen to Spotify on his commute as well, so already you can kind of figure out that.
Man, I say find communities that make sense for what you talk about and get involved, because that personal engagement, you can never get rid of that, and it transfer over well. And like, even too, like when a blog posts me and I see that I got comments underneath that, I'm like, oh yeah, boom. Everyone's different and it pertains to what they said. So you really have to be engageful with people. Don't think you're just gonna throw something up and a person gonna be like, yo, I like that. They need a reason to, like, you ever seen somebody like get put onto a new song, somebody's like, yo bro, you should hear about it. Word of mouth is crazy. It does a good job. So if you get involved in a community, people are more likely to spread the word because of like, yo, I generally like this, and this dude that I know on this community, he really mess with it.
The demographic for your genre is Spotify. So where can you get your music into his workplace and manage to get him to discover you while he's at work? Well, he can't just put headphones on and start listening to music. It's just get content which is targeted towards someone of Elliot's demographic. So whether it's behind the scenes footage, whether it's funny videos.
Oh yeah, content. Content is utmost important. Make sure you're always uploading studio, behind the scenes, vlogging, the trip out to the place. That's a whole thing that people love to see. Even if you're doing like marketing, show the process of you editing the video, show the process of you doing literally everything if it pertains to your music, and just get people the real in-depth feel, because those are going to be the people that watch those videos. Those lower view videos are going to be your real fans, the people that really mess with you, and that's how you're going to really keep in track, like who just not in it for the music, they in for your brand, yourself.
Whether it's pro and capture that you have created, and when you do plug your music and put it on your Instagram story or on music, people sit and watch Netflix, they play video games.
He's really just like, yo, find where they at, go to them, get engaged, do that, show them your life, and boom, promote your product then with just your song. So yeah, that's it. It's not that bad video at all. If I had to get somebody a day one class, this would probably be the first video I showed them. I would definitely like show this to other people. So that being said, this is not a bad video at all. But you know what? That's the first video. I might come out with a couple vids too. Like I might bow like that. So you know, I'm gonna schedule them out through the week. And, you know, I'm gonna set Premiere so y'all can see when I'm posting. So yo, we on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. Like yo, tap in. Like yo, yeah. Every person that's watching, every person that's commenting and sharing, I appreciate it. And yeah, like, you know, I wanna know what's going on with y'all, and just like put me on too. Like what stage of your music you're at and everything, or are you marketing, or you're a videographer, whatever you do. And yeah, you know, MBK, we up next. I don't know what else to say. But yeah, it's your boy Big MBKJ, and we out of here. Wow.